Today we are going to talk about and discuss a social problem that I feel is going on, and this is gossiping in the workplace. I had a recent experience happen to me when I was at work. I was talking to this one lady, and another lady was standing there right behind me. Well, while I was talking to this one lady, she started bad-mouthing the one that was right behind me. I felt really awkward, and I wasn't really sure what I should say or what I should do because I knew that the other lady could hear everything that the other one was saying about her. So I kind of just smiled, and then after the whole conversation was done, I just went back to what I was supposed to be doing. But the whole day I was thinking about it, and I felt bad because I didn't stick up for the other lady because she did nothing wrong. But I didn't want to seem like I was some goody two-shoes person either by telling the other lady off that was gossiping. So I kind of just didn't say anything. So I was wondering if any of you guys ever had an experience that you've had to deal with gossiping in the workplace. Adam?
A lot.
You have dealt with that before?
Well, I mean, you and me work in the same place. There's backbiting that's constantly going on there. And you'll get the people who come up to you and are like, oh, so-and-so is such a bad worker, they don't know what they're doing and stuff like that. And then you'll get the other people that come to you and think they're doing the right thing, I guess, by talking about those other people who gossip behind their back. But it's just more gossip, so they're just constantly going after each other. And
what have you ever done about it? How do you deal with situations like that?
I'll typically just ignore it or try to change the subject. You're like, okay, let's talk about something else here. Try to be adults, but I am thankful that I don't even really have to deal with gossip much anymore. I get to seclude myself at work and just get away from it, thankfully. But
have you ever dealt with a situation where you have felt awkward about it? Somebody's been gossiping around you, or? Yeah,
I mean, the certain individual that I know you're probably talking about has done similar things with me. And I mean, there'll be people right by you that they're talking about and saying things well within earshot, and I mean, I don't know if she knows or realizes that or just doesn't care.
Yeah.
But
I just feel really bad for the people that are getting said things about.
I mean, who wants to get talked about behind their back like that?
Yeah. Matt, have you ever had to deal with a situation like this, gossiping in the workplace?
Yes, actually, quite frequently. Friday, it was actually occurring at work. A guy was talking about one of our other co-workers, and I tend not to get involved in those conversations. I don't say, hey buddy, you shouldn't be talking about this guy. I just kind of, I don't want to create conflict with him in a bad relationship because I work with the guy all the time. I work with both of them, so I just try to, if there's any good points to bring about this individual that he's talking about, then I might say, yeah, but what about this, thing about him, this positive aspect about him? You're saying he does this, but, he does a real great job at this thing, or something like that.
Are you in a position above these people at work? You're gossiping, or you guys are technically on the same level?
Yeah, he's been there probably 25 years longer than me.
Yeah.
So, but we're all we all have the same boss.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, because I have issues a lot with people above me in authority, in managerial positions and stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll come and they'll be backbiting someone to me, and I'm like,
yeah.
Well, it's what do I say?
Especially when it's somebody else in authority, because
it's you don't want to take sides in that. It's
if it's somebody they're saying about another supervisor, and it's well, if you say something bad about the other supervisor, or even if you're not in agreement, then they might go back to the other supervisor and guess what they said about you.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck in a corner. That just makes it even that much more awkward.
Yeah, so it's definitely a difficult situation. So what you would do is just walk away, or just simply not really say anything?
Definitely wanted to show that I'm in agreement with him. Maybe just play it down. As you said, I don't want to appear goody two-shoes or anything, like I'm judging him, even though what he is doing is wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, so maybe someone should come and say, stop saying that.
Yeah. Jessica, have you ever had a situation like this ever happen to you?
Oh, definitely. I kind of am the person that's kind of opposite of the rest of you. I kind of like to say, hey, you shouldn't really be gossiping about them. That's kind of inappropriate, and that's really mean. How would you feel if they were doing this